Yeah, y'all know what it is. It's TK the Poet. You already know it, so you ain't gotta. Yeah. Just speaking my truth. This not a diss song. It's just me speaking my truth. My truth may not be your truth, but you know what? This is how I gotta give it up. Yeah. I'm tired of people claiming they my equal. We ain't equal. They can't match my level. You ain't stepping. You ain't stepping. Stop that flexing. Ain't no muscle behind that. That's why I drive behind that. Yeah, so nigga, I play. Line that. Yeah. I'm tired of people claiming they my equal. We ain't equal. They can't match my level. You ain't stepping. You ain't stepping. Stop that flexing. Ain't no muscle behind that. That's why I drive the line that. Come close, nigga. Line that.
Hey, this is Sheri Purpose Hall, Living Legends, where 2 L's make a W, and Kansas City, Missouri. I'm here to do this thing. Sitting amongst this crowd of the saints, sharing themselves in such a way that's caused me to question myself. Their stories were full of glory and positivity, and I began to wonder if there's anyone in the room like me still struggling with thoughts of lust and perversions, having fun in my mind, entertaining thoughts of who I used to be, silently thinking of what and who I would have done, releasing a barrage of expletives, then physically pummeling someone with my bare hands for doing something dumb like cutting me off in traffic. Mental depictions of things a transformed being wouldn't do in real life. Mental depictions of things only conformed people do in real life. And instead of getting fixed, this is how I get my fix without being found out. You see, I really live in my mind. I only exist out here. An unfinished product. And I wanted to testify about how I don't anymore and how I won't anymore and how glory be to God, He is worthy to be praised for. I find myself with nothing to say, as I don't want to give that I'm still breathing testament of faith. Looking around at others giving their testimony, I began to wonder why. Why aren't I filled with as much emotion as they are when they give theirs? Why aren't I filled with tear-filled eyes, willfully exposing all my idiotic, miscreant, Mrs. Moments, strong, low-pitched groans and high-pitched wails from a spirit, openly admitting to our skin's madness? It seems I'm too egotistical to truthfully purge, gathering the nerve seems absurd, when in reality, I'm going to say something I hope no one heard. Releasing harmful memories of abuse in its product, becoming the abuser, perpetrating the image of the winner, but on the low, I'm a loser, user, intruder, poser in disguise. I'm tumbling in my lies, but I still make myself look like a trooper. Fearful of speaking because my words won't match my eyes won't match my life. Judgment cuts like a knife, and if I get cut, will I still be a sacrifice? Am I too arrogant to truthfully acknowledge God in this reformation, a proclamation of self-help, things done for selfish, because when I testified, I place my name on high that I might be glorified. I place my name on high that I might be glorified. I just threw God in it, honorable mentioned it because I saved myself. I did. I quit my over-the-counter legal sedation. I quit cussing people out. I did. I willed myself to be better. I willed myself to do better. I got free will. I did this, God, me, God, not you. You only did this because you afforded me the luxury of waking up again. Afforded me the luxury of breathing again. Afforded me the luxury of thinking with a sound mind again. But this mind is so sound, why can't I wrap my head around the fact that all this self-improvement couldn't be done by myself? But I could testify. I could testify and make such a spectacle about being so covered with the blood that nobody would find the incision that shows that's really me who's bleeding and not the blood of the lamb that shows. That's really me who's bleeding from self-inflicted injuries, a stabbed heart and bruised self-esteem. And I did this, God, not you, me, not you, me. But I'll be found out. Somebody will find out that this blood that covers me is not the kind that cleanses, it just stains. Somebody will find out that this blood that covers me is not the kind that heals, it just chafes. I guess I can't feel the fire shut up in my bones because this flesh got in the way. I guess I can't be an ambassador of the Christ because I will will people to walk this way. Eyes on me, no Christ in sight. I cannot testify. No, not tonight. I cannot testify. I already have too much blood dripping from hands to carry the load of another soul. I just wish. I just only play as I'm sitting here amongst this crowd of the saints, sharing themselves in such a way that has caused me to question myself, that somebody, anybody in the room like me would get up and tell me how to get over me. Tell me about their mind and what's really in it, how they lustful hours squash, how they don't give that emotional devotion anymore, but now how they really reach for the spirit and allow it to reside inside, how he has redone the interior design on their hearts and minds, how he repaired the gash. Now the blood we see is the blood of Jesus. This is the testimony that heals. This is the one that's real. This is the one you may have heard over and over again. The person is so proud of what God has done for them. This is the one I need. And it's cool to hear about what God has done for you lately, paid your little bills and all that. But right now, I need to hear how God kept you safely from harm, how he kept you from running yourself into the ground, when you was doing all the crap that you wasn't supposed to do, was about to try that new drug, you know what I'm saying? Getting hooked up to that new boo that you were supposed to run away from, when them bullets kept whizzing past your head, but somehow you still here and not dead. I need the testimony where God is truly glorified, that I may learn to walk in the glory, because I am in need of assistance.
Biggest lights shine so bright. I just wanna ride through my city at night, catch a vibe. Biggest lights shine so bright. I just wanna ride through my city at night. Biggest vibes.
Biggest light shine so bright. Wanna ride through my city at night, catch a vibe. Biggest vibe, biggest. I just wanna ride, light up when they get high. Biggest vibe, ride through my city. Look at the lights, catch a vibe. Biggest vibe.
Bitch, where we was raised to get rich, chase a bag, learn a game and play. Yeah, it's different, we ain't the same. All money made in my DNA, dollar signs mixed with blue face, blood money run through my veins. In my body like a safe, only Vegas bitches can't relate. Vegas born, Vegas raised.